10 types of men to avoid. When it comes to dating, you have the opportunity to meet a wide variety of men. And the good news is that there are plenty of fantastic, entertaining, and kind men out there. But there are times when women can't help but be drawn to guys they know they shouldn't desire, men they should avoid at all costs. The heart desires what it desires. Our minds, on the other hand, know better. However, if you want to prevent being blindsided or brokenhearted, there are 10 different types you should avoid. 1. Mr. Bachelor. His kisses melt you like ice cream in summer, and he's well-mannered, smart, handsome, humorous, and prosperous. You can't believe a lady hasn't already walked him down the aisle. Even if you approach him with caution, you will be won over by his charm and perseverance. If you ask him about his eternal bachelorhood, he'll tell you that he hasn't yet met Mrs. Right. Is there an unspoken hint here? It's possible that you are her. However, courting Mr. Bachelor is a fool's game because there is no such thing as the right woman. And there never will be. Women often believe, "I'll be the one," says psychologist Stacy Kaiser of Los Angeles. However, if no one else has been perfect, you won't be either. You may believe you can change him, but remember that it is never your responsibility to change anyone, let alone the grown men you date. 2. Mr. Mama's Boy. This person is usually quite nice to you and takes good care of you. He is courteous to everyone around him and does not appear to have a single mean bone in his body. This is all well and good until you see the strange behavior. By usual, I mean a grown man who engages his mother in every part of his life. You'll see that she has a voice in every decision he makes. This could include everything from professional to personal choices, as well as whether or not you're the perfect woman for him. What happens if you keep pressuring him to pick sides? One of two things will happen. He will choose his mother, causing you to become resentful, or he will select you, causing you to get resentful, and then run back to his mother to complain about your alleged inappropriate actions. He'll undoubtedly brag about his mother's Chinese cooking, never corrects her when she's wrong, and, don't forget, tell you his mother has never liked any of his relationships. My recommendation is to leave immediately. Just ignore this guy. His girlfriend's name is Mom, and he already has a girlfriend. 3. Mr. Workaholic. The traditional workaholic, on the other hand, is on the list of men to avoid. His finances are spotless, yet he frequently uses the term overtime. Sure, he pays his bills and has money left over for the weekend. But what good is a weekend if you don't go on a date? If his work schedule prevents you from having a social life, putting your expectations in being a happy marriage may make you feel like you're second best to the job. 4. Mr. Ego. When I think of Mr. Ego, I imagine a seemingly intelligent man who is unable to recognize his own weaknesses. He is self-assured and resolute, and he may believe that the world revolves around him. He may dispute with you in a discussion, only to show his viewpoint. Being correct satisfies his want to be seen as intelligent. Even while he may desire to be with a successful woman like you, his ego may prevent him from developing a relationship based on mutual respect, equality, and efficient communication. This man feeds on praises and would strive to outdo you if given the chance. "I'm not arrogant, I'm confident," he says. Be with someone who is interested in getting to know you, who will listen to your daily views on life, and who is self-assured enough not to require continual ego stroking. A good partner is not a competitor, but rather a complement. While we all have shortcomings, the main truth is that recognizing red flags is critical if you don't want to end up in a toxic or frustrating environment. You bring out the best in yourself when you have a wonderful relationship. He lacks the maturity you require to be in a healthy and happy relationship if he is childish, broke, in need of attention, or has mother issues. You'll thank me later if you follow this advice. 5. Mr. Underachiever. You recognize the type. Playing video games, sitting on the couch, plundering the refrigerator, and so on. This is the everyday life of the cute, funny guy you have a thing for, despite your girlfriend's best efforts to persuade you otherwise. You've just met the handsome but very lazy underachiever if he has no interests, talents, or future objectives outside of his living room. 6. The person who makes you think of your ex. You're chasing the person who reminds you of your ex if you find yourself relating your current love interest to your prior one. It's not his fault that his remarkable physical similarities and comparable musical tastes remind you of past loves. When it comes to dating history, girls have a tendency to repeat patterns. And if you have a certain type of physical guy that makes you melt, you probably created a pattern. However, to avoid your love life being stuck in the loop, try increasing your dating possibilities. 7. Mr. No Money. This man has good taste, but he is on a tight budget. He may talk to you about how he enjoys the luxuries, yet he relies on you to cover the majority of his expenses. You're drawn to him because he admires your nurturing skills and ability to look after others. You'll learn about his ambitions, such as getting his money in order, and it will give you faith for a future with him. He might even claim to be working for us. You soon see that his finances are still in mess, and you understand he may have a history of changing jobs regularly. You notice that he keeps his money in his other jeans, never refuses your offer to pay, and offers you average presents, while you choose his wisely. Before you end up with a hefty credit card bill, do yourself a favor and rethink the relationship. Women are naturally kind, but they become angry when their generosity is not reciprocated. Relationships take time and money to build. If he's being frugal now, it's a sign of what a future with him will be like. 8. Mr. Broke. I don't think money can buy love. But I also don't think you should date a guy who is content to live paycheck to paycheck and never tries to advance his career. Consider your options. Sweet pea, if he lacks motivation and is content working in a fast food restaurant for minimum wage. Do you want to date somebody who can't even take you to the movies once in a while? 9. Mr. Bossy Guy. He may say all the nice things you want to hear, contact you when he says he would, and even be honest about his whereabouts. He's also not a cheater, but is he bossy? Is he the one who tells you what to wear, how to style your hair, or how you should look? He's the bossy type, and they're the guys you should avoid. Many people become domineering or abusive. Date someone who allows you to be yourself and doesn't try to control you. 10. Mr. Club Guy. You all know what I'm talking about. This is the person that can be spotted most evenings or weekends at any club in town. He's quite attractive, nice, and dances like a pro. What's more, guess what? Regardless of what he says, he'll undoubtedly want to keep up this routine even if you're dating him. Don't expect to find a keeper at a club. Believe me when I say this, the majority of these males who frequent nightclubs perform well in adulthood. Have you ever wondered why there are so many 50-year-old men in bars? This is the reason. There are men out there who are honest, hardworking, and socially balanced. So don't give up looking, and don't settle for a man you know you should avoid. Thanks for watching.